Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening. My name is Kintu Ivan. I'm a technician from Uganda and I'm a broadcaster. I'm proud of this community, which is now officially the Kringo community. Happy New Year to everyone. Happy New Year, admin. Happy New Year, senior leaders. Happy New Year to all of you, Tibetians. What a beautiful day today that I resume my broadcasts. My broadcasts are live here in Uganda. I'm based in Kampala. Kampala is the capital city of Uganda. I've been a member of the DC community since 2016. Proud of this. My broadcasts are from Monday to Saturday, and the time is I have past East African time to 22 hours. So, in other words, my broadcast is for 30 minutes to those that undertake broadcast. Months I've not been doing broadcast, though I've been attending the other activities, send button meetings, and other broadcasters. I had some challenge in working on, and I thank God that they are done, and I'm happy that I'll be rocking with the community during this new year 2019. Before I begin, I would like to thank you, admin, for all the work that you've been doing since the inception of this community. I want to thank you so much. Thank you for always being there for us. Thank you for always thinking about us. Thank you for always spending, I don't want to say, but I think you are 99% of your time working on this. Otherwise, if it's not 99, I mean, where do you get the time to do all this? I'm very grateful, really grateful. I want also to salute the senior leaders, Randy, Kafi, and so many other leaders, senior leaders. We are very grateful because, like the saying goes, Mank see, Mank do. For us junior people, we see what you do and imitate you. So I salute you, senior leaders, wherever you are. Thank you so much for teaching us, for allowing to teach us. My mentor, Atim Lillian, I salute you wherever you are. My first broadcast this year, I would like to look at this article that was written by admin on to finish it. But as I go through it during this broadcast, I want to pose a question to all of us. The article is talking about the achievements of the community during the year 2018. Now, the question is, what is your contribution to these achievements? Have you had any contribution to these achievements? As a technician, what is your contribution to this? As I begin to read, to go through this article, I want you to ask yourself, what has been my achievement, my contribution to these achievements? And here we go. 2018 jam-packed with so many obstacles. Like everything else in life, perspective about the current state of affairs in TBC will both be seen as the glass as well as the glass is full, is half full, depending on the general perspective of each individual. I definitely see the glass is half full, and I'm proud of the TBC community. 2018 will be seen from a future perspective, looking back as the year TBC properly laid the foundation needed to actually achieve our mission to end poverty globally, which mission can be reached as early as 20. May we unite course of the year 2018. Like I said, what has been these achievements? Admin also is encouraging to rally behind just so that if all goes, I don't want to say we shall be able to accomplish our mission by 2020. I'm proud to say that I can stand out with my head high and say I have contributed. Last year I made 32, a foundation on which we are our community this year. Why I was asking you what has been your contribution is that because if you have not understood, if you have not built a foundation on which you are going to stand this year, probably it may not be easy for you to contribute. I don't want you to feel guilty about this, but I'm trying to challenge ourselves towards the mission of the community that we belong to. Communal work is very key, uplifts our status, our confidence in the community. You can imagine yourself living in a community where you don't contribute anything, but you want to claim a portion of the cake that is supposed to be shared by the community members. Sometimes you don't feel the confidence to ask for your portion because deep down you know that you've not contributed or you are not contributing enough. Yet, this year is a year that all of us are supposed to rally behind the admin, the senior leaders, to rock our community, to drive our community towards the end of poverty by 2020. Admin says the foundation has been laid, meaning that all that it takes is available for us to skyrocket our community. He goes on to say 2017 was the year TBC almost died. He says, I would like to praise all of the TBC leaders that stuck with the TBC in 2017 and suffered through a long list of difficulties that year. We had become a victim of our own success that year. We had experienced hyper growth in 2017, and then we were bombarded with the people discounting the value of TBC, an endless list of trolls ripping apart our reputation on social media, a couple of copycat coins, several so-called leaders attempting to hijack the TBC community, a parasite TBC wallet system created by a group of discounters, and a failed blockchain technology that collapsed under the massive growth of TBC transactions. I remember writing the article in 2017 that we would need to take 2 steps back in order to take 1 step forward. We had to turn off all of the send buttons for a while, and then I had to slowly turn the send buttons back on so we could see how that old blockchain could. In 2018, we migrated to a brand new blockchain, which made it possible to turn all of the send buttons back on. I will write further about that later in this article. Without such an important mission in place for TBC, it would have been game over for us in 2017. We have so many wonderful problems at any time because they have to succeed at this important to end poverty globally. Outside of TBC, I do not see any that humanity themselves will ever end poverty. Some have laid ending poverty into God's hands, but I still believe and do it, especially when we are given some help from God. Glory to God. Either way, I believe we each have a divine spirit within us and it lights up around this mission. It's okay if you don't believe in God or a creator. You can still join us on our mission for humanity. I'm just glad that we are one full year away from that heartbreaking and gut wrenching 17. If any of you the delusion that being admin is easy, you treat how stuff works in this world. No admin, no TBC. It's as simple as that. I'm working on developing the structure that could replace me because I'm mortal and have to check out of life at some point, hopefully much later rather than sooner. But the load to carry also needs to be within reason. And 2017 was a tough year. Wow. And in this second paragraph, he speaks about what transpired during 2017. In fact, he says it was a heartbreaking year. But also, he appreciates the members that stood with him members that never gave up, and I'm proud to say I'm among those members. Here in Kampala, during 2017, people on the billion coin, they talked this, brought in a lot of, and it was crap. I don't know why. I didn't have any communications from the admin. Thing to me the billion coin during that time, it was crap. I always felt deep down in my heart that this is genuine, huge as it looked, was genuine. And if we are led well, that was my during that, like admin says, we are 1 year, one full year from that. Indeed, glory to God. Indeed, glory to God. All things are possible to Him. Admin is also showing us. That's why I first began by thanking Him and looking at the time that He puts in. He talks about it here that it's not easy. It's not as simple as eating a matoke. Probably some of us would think that it is that easy. But he says it's not easy. And he's working out a system that probably will continue in the future, not to be there. And how beautiful that is. When wow, what an admin that is not suffering from what we call founder syndrome. Is that sickness that normally is with founders of things, founders of foundations, founders of great missions. Many times they feel without them, the baby will die. But here we are with such a wonderful, who is already sharing in public, that is working on a structure that probably will exit him amicably, and the same structure will continue to see that what he has begun goes on. That is beautiful. I salute you, admin. I salute you, admin. That's amazing. That's amazing. And as I wind up, I want once again to thank you, admin, for always being there for our community, for always thinking through things to see that this community continues. Africa is behind you. Uganda is behind you. Billion Coin is our ray of hope. Here in Uganda, as individuals, even those that do not know, the Billion Coin is our ray of hope. I want to say it again. The Billion Coin is the ray of hope for African countries. Let us embrace it. have good admin and senior leaders is not very far together using the tools that admin has put in place for us. This community will accomplish that great mission of ending poverty. Once again, my broadcasts are every day from Monday to Saturday, and time is 21:30 to 22 hours East African time. My name once again is Ivan Kintu. I'm proud to be a Tibetan. See you tomorrow at the same time. Let us build our community. Let us rally behind our admin, and the sky will be the limit.